about a foot and a half or so up high. It is amazing. But as the waters on the land goes down, it may seem they really go down because now they're going up on people's minds. If the mind is the land and the thoughts is the waters, I have noticed today, and I have witnessed of the screen. Somebody doesn't want me to show their face, that their entities have invaded every one of those corporations that makes slaves out of each one of many of us. Because I was there once. I worked for one of them corporations, X amount of dollars for, for my energy, 8, 10 hours a day, because we allowed ourselves to be separated from who we truly are. One of the managers at this place, that's mostly painted in orange, with a big P word up there, always seemed nice and pleasant. Yet I noticed that her hair was getting a little bit thin. That made me realize the amount of stress. It's a burden on her a lot more than being a slave for that corporation, because she has to be the one to enforce the rules, the uniform that they have to wear, what they do in the time for which they are being paid, how they have to act, coming and going. Because every time I see one shift starting, another one coming out, both say how much they hate it. But obviously, they don't hate it enough to not be there. But because they have allowed themselves to be enslaved for what the element money represents. Earth did not come with money. Earth came with nature, with trees, with flowers, with vegetables. And yet, at that one place, every hand that touches that animal, that vegetable that is served in there, all those ingredients, do you think they have the 100% nutrition, the nutritional value that they should have? When the people, they go after hour dragging their tail, just waiting for the time to go by faster, so they can pick up the check at the end of the week and say, okay, one more week I'm able to barely survive, allowing themselves to fill their hearts with hate because they have been totally disconnected. And now you will soon enough and find out that you will no longer be welcomed to any of those places unless you continue and accept to be enslaved. Your time, your life, those institutions, mainly two entities that have built the matrix to keep you in that loop. How many lives will you repeat the same cycle? Your children and your children's children. Ask yourself the question, why would you be nurtured by that which you eat? when the hands that have prepared it are forced to touch, to process that. What are we doing? What will we do? Because before you, you see, we disconnected ourselves from embracing those other parts of us, those trees. When was the last time that you embraced a tree and you said, I love you? Because that tree is alive and it's letting you know, I'm here for you. But are you here for that tree, for those animals? When we allowed ourselves to be entrapped in that reflection, in that mirror that broke into billions of pieces, and we have believed, we have allowed ourselves to believe that we are trapped in that one tiny little piece. You are this one tiny being, alone, all alone. We abandoned talking to those elements that are so much part of us, the waters, the air, the vegetables, the plants, the beautiful fruit with which sweet nectars we lived, we grew until we began to spend too much time in somebody else's land. Humanity, we are radiance, energy, the center of the stars, the sacred solar, the root, the chakras that begin at the root, moving on to the sacred, to the solar, the heart, the throat, the crown chakra. As above, so below. How many times we have heard that concept? As we think in our mind, above, which is the Father, so below, down on earth. Stopped nurturing earth, and earth has forgotten that earth is loved by us because we have forgotten that connection. When was the last time that we grounded? That you visited a park? Go see how many families you see each day in a park. On the back of their house, that one tiny little space of grass, of dirt. How many diseases, how many sicknesses you see before you, in your mind, in your heart, in your body. How much does it cost you to believe that you're going to be cured by all those things that it requires money for you to buy? And still time goes by and nothing happens, nothing changes. Yes, when we have the medicine before us, right in front of you, right now, at this moment, if you're watching this video, Mother Nature is the part of us that was disconnected. When we connect, you will begin to feel, you will begin to know that that connection is doing good to you, that's healing you, that's making you feel more alive. Millions, 8 million people are meditating. They're learning, they are connecting, because now they know that they are beams of light. They are rising from individuals and merge into a collective field that is surrounding the planet. That's who we are becoming. Be patient. Don't be reactive with those people that do not know what they are doing. Has it not been shared with us? Forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they are doing. And today, I acted as a child and I contemplated that person. I felt the frustration, the numbing on that survival mode, working for that corporation that has drained their energy for years and years. For 10 or more years, I am aware, based on what I have learned, she has worked for this company. How much longer will she last? And I was thinking about bringing her a little bit of medicine for her to grow her hair. And I might later on. Maybe what she needs to know is that no matter what, she is loved. That she's still loved. And that might be the one thing that's going to wake us up and break from that matrix in which we have been trapped. The rules that we should follow to break out of this matrix, to assist others to get out of this miserable, reactive mode in which we have been trapped in. For us to be able to go through this transformation, it requires great unity. It will allow us to expand our awareness and begin to respect nature, cooperate with one another, and share the wisdom as I have made the choice to be here today and do so with you. Because we are acquiring the global harmony. We are the collective. We are every one of you. Even though you may not accept it, even though you may not feel ready, we are here with you. I love your soul. I love your existence. Even though you might have forgotten about me, I will never forget about you. Will you remember our contract? Will you remember that we agreed to come and learn? Someone up very high lives a life, lives a lie, feels that money loves him and he loves money. For it gives him unlimited things. It gives him the need of everything he needs. It gives him the joy. He has allowed himself to feel that now he has the power that was taken away from him when he was age 13, when he was put into that military school and his teachers abused and forced him to submit with such discipline. His own father visited him and made sure that he needed to be broken and submitted. Time after time, he had to keep everything inside. He had no voice. Take everything that was given to him because he needed to be made a man and follow the rules. And any time he stepped out of line, he would be whipped. The abusive upbringing. So he saw, so he felt, pushing it all in. Now he does to others what was done to him. The abuse, being hit all the time with such fury, created a new personality, that narcissistic. He will tell you exactly what you want to hear. He will tell you exactly what you need to hear. So you will give him his energy. If you have nothing to give him, like many of those children, and I don't need to say names, many of those dozens and dozens of children that through the years went through his hands just to limit one part which he caused the abuse onto them because he knew the value of their energy made him powerful. And this has been hidden. This has been paid to many so they will keep quiet. But it is about to be revealed to the right people. The whole world does not need to know because most of the world still asleep. Most of the world still refusing to wake up. And this truth is about to be buried because the promise of those specific files that they would come out, it's not going to be fulfilled. That is the lie that he has and that he knows that needs to stay, that needs to be maintained because his true identity will come out. And all those in company, as now they are preparing their other island to which they will enjoy the fruit of their labor, that they were able to survive and they made it out lie after lie. They have succeeded. They have kept you in the dark from the truth that we have been seeking. And many will drop on the way because exhaustion is so much. But that's okay because now we know we got to focus on ourselves, focus on you because you are beautiful, because I know that you will gain the trust in yourself and connect to the collective. Until the next video.